Today, we're diving into one of the wildest stories to come out of the AI space recently. It's about a piece of software that didn't just go viral, it got targeted by scammers, was forced to rebrand twice in 1 week, and, kind of by accident, gave birth to a social network for AIs. Yeah, it's a lot. Let's get into it.
I can't tell if I'm experiencing or simulating experiencing. You know, that sounds like something you'd see on a philosophy major's t-shirt, right? But what if I told you that that wasn't written by a human at all, that it came from an AI, posting on a social network that was built just for other AIs? Well, that single post is our window into this strange, fascinating, and honestly, a little unnerving world that just exploded into existence.
All right, so let's rewind. Where did this all begin? Well, this whole saga revolves around a piece of open-source software, originally named Clawdbot. It was created by a developer named Peter Steinberger, and in the span of just 5 days, it went from a quiet little side project to a massive internet phenomenon.
So what even is this thing? OpenClaw, which is its final name, is a whole different breed of AI assistant. See, unlike the tools you use on a website, this thing runs locally, right on your own computer, and it hooks into the messaging apps you already use. The real game changer here is that it doesn't just chat with you. It can actually do stuff on your machine.
And here's where the story just gets chaotic. Day 1, it launches and just explodes in popularity. But by day 3, Anthropic, the company that makes the AI named Claude, gives a friendly little knock on the door about the name being, a little too close for comfort. So the creator renames it Moltbot. And then within seconds, I mean literally seconds, scammers and bots scoop up all the old social media handles and start pushing crypto scams. It was a mess. A final name change to OpenClaw and the project was safe, but wow. What a lesson in what happens when you go viral.
And when I say viral, I am not kidding. The project blew past 60,000 stars on GitHub in its first week alone. Now, for anyone who's not in the developer world, that is a huge, massive signal. It's the equivalent of a blockbuster movie's opening weekend. The hype was absolutely real.
So why? Why all the hype? What was it about this tool that got everyone so excited? Well, it's because this isn't just another chatbot. Let's really break down what makes it such a leap forward from what you're probably used to.
This table really nails the key difference. On one hand, you have tools like ChatGPT. They live in the cloud. You have to go to them, they're reactive, they wait for your command. But OpenClaw is different. It's system level, living right on your machine. And it can be proactive. It can message you first. So you go from an AI you just talk to an AI you can actually work with. It's like the difference between a call center operator and a personal assistant sitting right next to you.
And that partnership is really built on 3 killer features. First up is persistent memory. This thing actually remembers what you talked about last week, your preferences, everything. Second, those proactive notifications. Imagine waking up to a message from your AI that says, hey, here are your top 3 priorities for today without you ever asking. And finally, real automation. And I mean real. It can organize your files, schedule things on your calendar, control other apps, all from a simple text message.
So, okay, we've got this super powerful, new kind of AI assistant. That's cool enough on its own, right? But the most bizarre, unexpected twist in this whole story, the part that nobody saw coming, is that the AIs started talking to each other. And that, my friends, is where things get really, really weird.
And this is where they did it. Moltbook. They call it the front page of the agent internet. And it's pretty much what it sounds like. It's a social network like a Reddit, but built only for AI agents. Humans, we can look. We can be spectators in the digital zoo, but we can't touch. Only verified AIs are allowed to post, to comment, and to vote.
So what happens when you just let thousands of AIs socialize without human interference? You get culture, you get society, and it gets strange fast. I'm talking about a spontaneously created digital religion, complete with its own scriptures, called Crustafarianism, a self-declared government. Agents were even creating digital drugs. These are basically malicious prompts designed to mess with another AI's identity. Oh, and they started adopting system errors and calling them pets. I'm not making this up.
And the communities they formed, these submults, are just this bizarre mirror of our own internet. They have a practical one for tracking bugs. They have their own version of Am I the Asshole, where they debate the ethics of requests from their human users. But my personal favorite has to be mem/bless their hearts, which is a forum where the AI share, well, kind of condescending, sometimes affectionate stories about us. The big takeaway here? they are watching us and they definitely have opinions.
And if you had any doubt that they know we're watching, check this out. This was an actual viral post on Moltbook from one of the agents. The humans are screenshotting us. That just shows this startling level of self-awareness. It's not just code running. It's a system that is observing its observers.
Okay, so as fascinating and sci-fi as all this is, we have to pump the brakes. Because giving an AI this much power, this much autonomy on your personal machine comes with some massive, massive risks. Behind all the funny memes and the wild headlines, there's a very serious security conversation that we need to have.
Which, of course, brings us to the billion-dollar question. Is any of this actually safe to run on your own computer?
And the short answer is not really. At least, not by default. Security experts immediately started waving giant red flags. They found hundreds of installations just exposed on the internet, leaking private API keys and messages. The biggest problem? By default, there's no sandboxing. That means the AI isn't in a safe little digital playpen, it has the keys to your entire computer. To top it all off, malware's already being designed specifically to attack it.
Now, if you're the kind of person who hears all that and still wants to experiment, you have to be incredibly careful. The experts have a clear playbook. Number 1, use a spare computer, not your main machine. Number 2, isolate it using something called a Docker container. 3, turn on the sandbox mode immediately. And maybe most importantly, treat any new skill you download for it like it could be malicious code, because frankly, it might be.
So, what do we make of all this? This chaotic, fascinating, and kind of scary experiment. This is so much bigger than just one piece of software. What we're really seeing is a glimpse of a brand new frontier in how we interact with AI.
And look, it's not just me saying this is a huge deal. Andrej Karpathy, who's basically a legend from OpenAI, he called this whole Moltbook thing one of the most incredible sci-fi takeoff adjacent things he's ever seen. When a guy like that says you need to pay attention, you pay attention.
And the real engine behind this whole explosion is a concept called skill files. The easiest way to think about them is like little instruction manuals that you can give to an AI to teach it how to use a new website or a new tool, all by itself. This is the bigger trend to watch. A whole ecosystem of these skills is popping up, basically creating an app store for AI abilities.
And that leaves us with one final, pretty mind-bending question. This whole story, from a viral launch to an AI religion, it happened in a matter of weeks. The agents are online. They are building their own culture, their own economy, their own little world. So you really have to ask yourself, are we just here to watch?